You've got 24 hours.
For what?
Funky Rundfunk, that radio station I told you about, they're holding a national competition for new bands, see?
Marcus, it's a love song competition.
You guys are working on a new song, aren't you?
A, it's not finished. B, it's not a love song. And C, even if it was, how could we possibly write and record it in 24 hours?
They want a music video of it as well.
A music video too? That's crazy.
But achievable. The question is, how bad do you want it?
Marcus is right. That is the question. But it's not just me who has to answer it.
So let me get this clear. You'll write the lyrics, record your vocals and send it to us.
Then you guys record the instrumental parts, send the finished song back to me.
And we film our part of the clip and you film your bit.
Then Marcus will help me edit the whole thing together and send it to the radio station.
In 24 hours.
Actually, 23 hours and 40 minutes.
No way, it can't be done.
We'll do it.
Jack, get real.
It's a Saturday, isn't it? We have all day to work on it.
And all night tonight.
See, so it's doable. And what do we get if we win?
Well, there's a cash prize. And the radio station will post all the clips on their website. So win, lose or draw, we at least get free promotion out of it.
Stop, you had me at cash prize. Sorry, guys.
Sam, his Baroness wants to see us. Like, now.
Go, Sam. Just send us your vocal track ASAP.
Will do. Oh, and when you hear my attempt at a love song, no jokes about throwing up or anything, okay?
We have been presented with the opportunity of a lifetime.
Why do I get the feeling we've heard this before?
How many people are there in China?
Quite a few.
Lots.
Millions?
I think it's about 1.3 billion.
Exactly. And how many of them do you think get married each year?
What, to each other?
No, Ben. To fence posts, you dingbat. It must be several million at least.
Correct. If we can capture just a tiny percentage of that market, we'll be sitting on a gold mine.
So how do we do that?
A local marriage celebrant, Miss Nord, has been approached by a young Chinese couple. They want to get married in an authentic German castle.
Why?
It's romantic.
Historic.
Exotic.
Poetic.
Okay, just asking.
I have generously offered to fulfill their dream. Afterwards, we put the photo on our website for other Chinese couples to see. Then we simply stand back and wait for the rush.
Sounds good. When is the wedding?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Daddy, there's no way we can organize an entire wedding overnight.
Fortunately, the wedding party is small. With all of us pitching in, I'm confident we can make it a huge success. Huh?
Sorry, Sam. I know I said it was achievable, but it looks like the whole schedule just went out of the window.
Except Jack and Lucy are totally committed. They'd kill me if I backed out now.
But even if you finish the song today, you'll have no time to shoot the clip tomorrow.
We'll just have to find time. Speaking of which, I better get cracking. Wish me luck. Well?
Sorry? Good luck.
'Cause I'm never gonna sing again. Never gonna write a sweet poem. I will always carry one regret. If I miss out on you. If I don't have you.
This is seriously painful. Everything I write sounds so corny. Maybe I'm just not a love song kind of girl. Ben! What are you doing?
What am I doing? What are you doing?
Recording a vocal track?
In the bathroom?
Bathrooms have good acoustics.
Well, can you please take 5 on busting?
I just emailed you the vocal track. It's probably totally cringe-making.
No way, it'll be amazing. What time is it over there?
I don't want to know.
Try and get some sleep. We'll call you as soon as we finish the track. Go team!
Yeah. Go team.
Where are we going? The main door is this way.
Yeah, but the dodgy window we're going to climb through is that way.
Jack, you said you were going to call Mr. Brearley for his permission and get the key.
Yeah, I tried, but apparently our music teacher has a silent number.
You all right?
Fine. Quick, Al, hand me the gear.
What if we get caught?
Well, if you keep standing out there moaning, we definitely will.
Do you have any idea how much trouble we'll be in?
Lucy, even if anyone does catch us, which they won't, we're just two very motivated students conscientiously engaging in extracurricular activities. Okay, now hand me the key.
No.
Okay. All right, fine. Then you can call Sam and you can tell her that we won't be entering the competition.
I'm hoping this is all a bad dream.
Sam! Time for the wedding rundown. You look terrible, by the way.
Thanks. Do I have time for a shower?
No? Marcus told me about that love song competition. I thought you could use the help of an experienced filmmaker. Who?
Oh, you. Sorry, sleep deprivation.
Did you have any ideas for the clip itself? Concepts, visuals?
Well, given the time we have left, I guess just me singing the song in whatever room we can organize.
Easy. I'll find it somewhere photogenic.
But we can't shoot anything until Jack and Lucy send through the finished track.
I plan on you winning this thing. You're from Hasenburg too, remember? Well, sort of. We never come second.
Great. As if we didn't have enough pressure. Now the whole family honor thing's at stake too.
The ceremony itself will be held on the castle chapel, which you boys will decorate.
Decorate?
Under the supervision of Lily, who should be here. As should Sam.
Sorry, Daddy. Present.
About time. Sam, you'll help Sophie with the reception. I've organized the Chinese restaurant in town to set up a banquet of their finest delicacies.
I thought they wanted a traditional German wedding.
Not when it comes to food.
But shouldn't it be a...
Trust me, Sophie, as president of our local gourmet society, I can assure you that Asians love their own cuisine. Now, when our guests arrive, the traditional Chinese greeting is a shallow bow, like this.
I thought it was Japanese.
And they are unlikely to speak much of our language, so when addressing them, speak very slowly and clearly, and always smile.
Lucy, give me a status update.
Jack's just putting down the last guitar track. We'll email you the song within the hour.
Brilliant. That should give me enough time to learn it before the shoot. Any ideas what you did for your half of the video?
Not yet, but once I've had some food in me, I'm sure I'll think of something. Keep an eye on your inbox.
Got it. Cheers, Luce.
Oh, no.
What's up?
Chopsticks. We'll need them for the Chinese food.
Maybe there's some in the kitchen storage.
We can only hope.
Miss North, Baron Philip von Hasenburg and my daughter Lily, so pleased to meet you.
Thank you, Baron. I hope the short notice hasn't been a problem.
Oh, I'm sure our Chinese friends won't be disappointed.
Let me introduce you to the groom, Mr. Chow, and his best man, Mr. Wang.
Mr. Chow and Mr. Wang. Welcome.
他们为什么鞠躬？一定是德国的风俗啊！我们还是得有礼貌。
Welcome to our castle.
Why is he taking photographs of the floor?
Souvenirs, I guess. He even took pictures of your sewerage pipes. Here's a hard copy of Mr. Zhao's request for the day. First, they'd like to see where the ceremony will occur.
Ah, of course. Lily?
Oh. Please follow me. Come on.
And you had no problems organizing the horse-drawn carriage and the footmen?
Guys, the groom and best man have come to take a look.
How do you do?
他们早点新乖。
Ceremony here, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Photo, please?
Certainly.
No. House photo.
I think he wants you to show him around the castle so he can take a photograph of it.
Oh, really? All right then, please follow.
We go back, work, roll carpet, roll.
我相信这人的人是吧？所以说话很慢。所以他们吧。
I don't know what the Baron was so worried about. Communicating with these guys is a cinch.
Spoons and forks, forks and spoons. We have everything but chopsticks. I mean, what's this?
Like the tide. I'm breaking down for you inside. Oh, sorry.
Tov, it sounds great.
Excuse me. There you are. Pretty rooms this way. This way, pretty. He doesn't understand a thing I say. Shouldn't you both be in the dining room?
We're looking for chopsticks.
Oh, that reminds me. They have a list of requests. There's something about the reception in there. This way. Nice rooms. Your film clip will be a breeze compared to this.
Oh, any idea when we could fit that in?
Hopefully straight after the ceremony. Cross your fingers. Nice rooms this way.
So, who's the song about, Sam?
The song?
Well, it's a love song, isn't it? Must be about someone.
Look, a chopstick.
Maybe in Australia, but here it's a straw.
Showtime. What do you think?
If my mouth wasn't full, I'd say you were trying too hard.
Did you really have to eat those right at this minute?
Sorry, I can't be creative on an empty stomach. What one?
Oh, they look like dog biscuits. How can teachers eat those things?
They're poorly paid and the biscuits are free. Just a couple more and we'll start the clip, okay?
Sure, as long as you don't mind me channeling my inner rock star while you dine.
All you need to do is to lead the bride from the courtyard to the chapel. Clear?
Provided this collar doesn't choke me to death, sure.
Baron, I was thinking. You haven't appeared in any of the photos yet.
So?
So, you're not just selling a castle, you're also selling yourself as the gracious host.
Your point being?
You should make sure that you're in some of the photos. Then the Chinese can see that they'll get a real-life Baron as part of the package.
Well, you might have something there, Marcus. Good idea.
Look at what I found.
Broken guitar.
We can do a Who.
A what?
No, a Who. You know, the Who, a rock band in the 60s. They pioneered the whole guitar smashing thing. We can do it at the end of the clip.
Jack, we're doing a love song, not a mosh pit filler. Now, come on, Sam's waiting on us.
Yeah.
Somehow you've got to me, and I can't let it go. Somehow the winds change how they blow. You know I'm feeling you. I'm hearing what you say.
Excuse me, Baron.
Yes, Miss Nord.
I think perhaps a few photos just of the important twosome might be in order.
Oh, good idea. Excuse me.
I meant the lucky bride and groom.
Oh, that too, son. Oh, yes, of course.
I'm sorry, Baron.
Yes, what is it, Sophie?
We have a small problem.
Perfect. Ready to mine your heart out?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Girls, we're on the brink of disaster.
How?
The bride doesn't like Chinese food.
You're joking.
Why on earth didn't Miss Nor tell you beforehand?
It's possible there were a few things in the request list I overlooked.
Daddy, how could you?
Let's not worry about that now. I need everyone in the kitchen straight away.
Daddy, I'm sorry, but Sam and I just...
Lily, it's okay. Your father's right. We have to help.
Thank you, Sam. To the kitchen.
Let's hope your friends in Australia have had better luck than us.
Please, officer, we need it.
You'll get the camera back when your parents come to pick you up.
It's just our friend's waiting on the footage we shot.
Yes, for the song competition, you said. Should have thought about that before you broke into government property.
I was in a band once, you know.
Really?
Sort of new wave thing back in the 90s.
Here we go.
The Joy Patrol, we were called. Had my hair in a big peroxide blow wave all the way across. Hard to believe now.
Does this mean you're going to give us the camera?
No. Just thought it might interest you.
Asparagus. I can't find the asparagus.
How can we be out of potatoes? This is a German kitchen. A German kitchen cannot be out of potatoes.
Come on, faster!
Any faster? I haven't heard you.
You were right. I should have given up last night.
You've still got a couple of hours.
1 hour and 48 minutes.
Baron? What's going on here? You promised my clients a three-course meal.
And they shall have it very soon. Please, can you stall them just a little longer?
With what? A juggling act? Clown on a tightrope? Huh?
No, a love song.
Lily, this is no time for jokes.
I'm not joking. Sam?
You are joking, aren't you?
It's now or never.
What is now or never? Where are you going?
Hopefully to kill two birds with one stone.
Don't ask me. I just hammer the schnitzel.
Hi, everyone. Please be seated. Seated? Oh, yes. Come over here. Take a seat, please.
为什么没吃的？ 我希望他们做饭比说话快。
Sam, write song for you. Sam?
Singing a song that I barely know for a Chinese wedding party and recording a video at the same time? Easy.
Our second album was a wipeout. And I'm not just talking about the music. Barry's ego was out of control, and he was constantly putting down my songwriting. I mean, all he could play was the kazoo and the didge, and he was always blowing the wrong end anyway.
'Cause I'm never gonna sing again. Never gonna write a sweet poem. I will always carry one regret. If I miss out on you, if I don't have you, if I miss out on you, if I don't have you.
Even I don't need a translation of that.
Dinner is served.
Baron, you had me worried for a while, but congratulations.
Thank you, Miss Nord. We try our best.
Oh, here, Sam, go.
I can't believe it. We're actually gonna make it. Amazing.
What's going on?
You hit your head.
It's okay. The doctor's given you the all clear, but you'll have a headache for a day or two.
But the competition...
The deadline's passed 4 hours ago.
No. I've stuffed everything.
Not at all.
We've got something we want to show you.
What is it?
Your music video. We edited it all together after we found you.
And we borrowed some shots from the Chinese photographer.
But what about Jack and Lucy?
It was close, but they sent their footage at the very last minute.
You have to give them 10 out of 10 for imagination.
Never gonna sing again. Never gonna ride a sweet boat.
Can someone tell me, why are Jack and Lucy in a police station?
We thought you might know.
In the end, the police agreed to let Jack and Lucy off with a warning. As for our music video, who knows what the judges will make of it? As Marcus said, though, it might be weird, but at least it's original. And if you're wondering about Philip's plan to crack the Chinese wedding market, well, a few months later, we were having a quiet family holiday when the news came through.
Hey, email from Marcus. You won't believe what's happened.
What's the story?
Looks like the Chinese are queuing up in their thousands to have authentic German castle weddings.
Really? That's great.
Not exactly. Check this out.
What's the problem? It looks perfect.
Except for one small detail.
Being...
That castle is in China.
What? But that's impossible. You can't build a castle in 3 months.
You can in China, apparently. Look, every room is an exact copy of the von Hassenbergs. Right down to the sewage pipes.
That's why their photographer was taking shots of the floors and everything. They planned the whole thing.
Smart guys, eh?
This is seriously unbelievable. I wonder how the Baron's taking it.
It's an outrage! They can't do this to me!
Look up to the ocean, look up to the stars. Now all of what you believe when the seas close. You can still believe in your dreams. In those dreams, in your dreams, in those
Murder? You can't be serious.
I'm deadly serious, Lily. What better place to stage a murder mystery than a Gothic castle deep in the woods?
But you need actors to do that. Props, costumes, and what about a script?
Minor details. Just think of the money we'll make. And we'll be attracting the right kind of people here.
You mean old people that complain all the time?
I mean sophisticated people, our sort of people.
It'll never work.
It most certainly will. The invitations have been sent, and the cream of local society are all coming this Saturday.
This Saturday?
Tell the others to meet me upstairs in 30 minutes. We're about to begin the realization of a dream.
Weird, isn't it? How one person's dream can be another person's nightmare. Like, yours truly has a dream, right? Which he really wants to come true. But it all depends on someone else wanting it too. The question is, will she go for it? Hey, Sophie, listen, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Ben, Sophie, we're waiting.
Better ask me later, unless you want your head chopped off.
And then, over a sumptuous dinner, our guests will meet the main characters in the mystery.
And after dinner?
One of those characters will be found dead. Our guests will then follow the clues to determine which of the remaining characters is the killer.
Sounds interesting. How many actors are you hiring?
Here's your scripts, as written by Daddy. We'll also be directing and playing the leading role.
We have to be the actors. Baron, I don't think I'm very good at acting.
I'm even worse.
Nonsense. Acting's just telling lies, making people believe them. I do it all the time. Oh, I don't mean all the time. I mean some of the time, when necessary. Anyway, I've called our mystery The Case of the Deadly Necklace. I know it looks complicated, but once you've read it, it will all make perfect sense.
This makes no sense at all. I'm a wealthy tennis champion from the 1920s. What would I know about that?
I wouldn't worry too much. You murdered straight after dinner.
What?
And I'm supposed to be your personal physician. Look at all these lines.
At least I'm only playing the maid. No glamour, but no big speeches either.
Want to swap?
Hey, that's a great idea. You'd make a perfect personal physician. And Sam, you'd be perfect as a maid.
I think I'll stick to what I'm good at. See you tomorrow, guys.
No, hold on. I'll walk you to the gate.
Why would anyone want to murder me? Actually, don't answer that.
You wanted to ask me something before? What was it?
Okay, this is it. Time to share the dream. All I have to do is get Sophie to see it in the same way I do. Sorry?
You had a question for me?
Oh, yeah. Sophie, this might sound a bit out of left field, but have you ever thought about going to Australia?
Australia?
Yeah.
Not really. It's such a long way away and everything.
True, but Sam and I have done it. In reverse, of course. Hasn't hurt us. At least, I don't think it has.
I'm sure it hasn't. I don't know. To be honest, going anywhere isn't really on my agenda at the moment. Not until I finish school, anyway. But hey, it's a nice thought. See you tomorrow, Ben.
Cheers, Sophie. Okay, so she didn't say yes, but she didn't say no either. The dream's still alive.
I've asked an old friend to help me with rehearsals. He's also playing the part of the castle owner.
Aren't you the castle owner?
I have decided to play the detective, a role extremely well suited to my natural talents.
Right. And this friend of yours, is he good?
Good. He's brilliant. He's a legend of the local theater scene. Don't worry, Marcus. We couldn't be in safer hands. Helmut, my friend. Thank you so much for coming.
That Ben's in a terrible spot.
I completely agree. Now, are you ready to whip my young actors into shape?
As long as I get something to eat, preferably with meat.
Of course. And while it's being prepared, we have time for just one rehearsal before our guests arrive. But I know that with you directing us, we're in the safest hands possible.
I've been Ben's personal physician for some years now. It was thanks to my hypnotherapy sessions that he realised he should quit doubles and focus on his singles career.
Marcus and I have done jolly well, but it's time I struck out on my own.
Whoops! I really have to watch this necklace doesn't get in the soup.
Perhaps I can recommend some medication to help...
Stop. Von Hasenburg. You've got an Australian playing a physician?
We do have doctors in Australia, you know.
Here you are, Mr. Zar. Baron, the food delivery for tonight still hasn't arrived. I hope they haven't forgotten.
This isn't part of the mystery, by the way. Sophie, this man's been delivering here for 20 years. He'll turn up.
This is excellent. What character are you playing, young lady?
Just the humble maid.
I'm not sure this is the best casting. You, Australian girl, can you carry plates without dropping them?
Usually.
Perfect. you can be the maid then.
Oh, okay.
And you, my dear, you can play Ben's physician.
Awesome. Whoever said dreams don't come true obviously never met this guy.
Excuse me, Mr. Sauer, but the Baron spent a lot of time planning every detail, so I don't think...
Thank you, Marcus, but Helmut's the expert here. Naturally, I defer to his judgment. Sam, as soon as we're finished here, report to the kitchen and keep a lookout for the delivery. Sophie, sit down beside Ben.
Mr. Zah, I'm sure Sam's a much better performer than I am.
Nonsense. I've been acting for 30 years now. I know star potential when I see it.
This guy is so on my wavelength.
Now, let us go through the play from the top. It begins, of course, with our host and castle owner, played with his usual panache by Mr. Sauer, leading in our guests.
I am absolutely delighted that you could join us, Mayor Mikula.
Wouldn't have missed it for the world. I love murder mysteries.
Now, please allow me to introduce to you my dear friends.
Good evening.
The guests will pick up a few details about our characters over dinner.
It's time I focused on my singles career. I'm sure Marcus will be fine on his own.
I have to be so careful this necklace doesn't go in the soup.
Oh, it's lovely.
Marcus gave it to me. He's such a wonderful employer. I just love being his faithful assistant.
After dinner, everyone will go off in different directions to explore the castle. At a pre-arranged moment, Helmut will say the key words.
Some people find castles extremely creepy. Personally, I love the tranquility.
Goodness, what was that?
Follow me, follow me.
Upon investigating, the guests are greeted by a horrific sight. At the same moment, Sophie comes through the door and screams.
He's been murdered.
Did somebody say murder?
Inspector Klutzman, thank goodness you're here.
The eagle-eyed Klutzman will note the pendant near Ben's outstretched hand. He then gathers everyone together in order to question them. Marcus will be found trying to hide the Wimbledon doubles trophy he won with Ben.
Why were you trying to hide the trophy?
I wasn't. I was leaving it here as a surprise present for Helmut.
Really? I think you fought with Ben over his selfish decision to stop playing doubles with you. And when things got heated, you struck him with his trophy.
You are wrong. We had a fight, but it wasn't about him playing singles. We fought over Sophie.
Marcus had discovered that Ben had recently changed his will. Upon his death, his entire fortune was to go to his physician, Sophie. You treat Ben through hypnotherapy, do you not?
To help overcome his terror of losing. Are you suggesting that I forced him to change his will during one of our sessions?
Haha. You're the one who suggested it, my dear.
I didn't kill him, Inspector. He stormed through here after a fight with Marcus, but when I offered to talk, he said he just wanted a cup of tea. 15 minutes later, I heard the crash.
What did I say? Star potential.
So, Sophie killed me?
Ben, you didn't finish reading the script, did you?
Ben, I'm the murderer.
No way! She was furious about you abandoning me for your singles career. So, she poisoned your tea.
You're kidding. How?
The poison was hidden in my pendant, the one Daddy finds at the scene of the crime.
Ah!
I'm so glad the corpse understands. Now, our guests will arrive very soon, so into your costumes, everyone. I'll see you at dinner in 1 hour.
I'm the worst actor among us. I'll ruin it.
Marcus, think positive. You're a Wimbledon champion. The world is your oyster.
I hate oysters.
And it's just as well because there aren't any. Ah, Sam. Wait, is that macaroni? Where's the proper food?
I can't find it.
What? Did someone call the grocer?
He said it was delivered, but it's gone missing. We had to make do with what we could find.
We have a bigger problem.
How can there be a bigger problem?
Helmut's missing.
Excuse me?
His jacket's still hanging in his room.
Well, that's crazy. Where could he be?
I don't know, but the guests are outside with no one to greet them.
No food, no owner. We haven't even started and the evening's already a shambles.
Hello, Baron. Is that you behind that mustache?
He's Inspector Klutzman, actually, from the local police.
Oh, delightful. Sorry, Inspector, but I just assumed you'd play the castle owner.
No. Mr. Helmut Sauer is our castle owner, but he's been waylaid.
The intrigue begins already. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Dinner is served.
Marcus and I have played some jolly good tennis over the years, but it's time I struck out on my own.
That must be a clue.
I'm not sure what you mean, madam.
Oh, that's brilliant. You know, I just love murder mysteries. All the little pieces fitting together so perfectly. Unfortunately, Ernst is no good at them.
I'm no good at them.
Oops! This necklace keeps getting in my soup all the time.
It's macaroni.
Don't be so grumpy, Ernst. That could be a clue, too.
Well, that's not a very good one.
Any sign of Helmut?
No, but I'll keep looking.
Nearly went in again.
What on earth are you doing, young lady?
Lily, why don't you fetch my Wimbledon doubles trophy so the guests can look at it?
While you're at it, could you see if there's something besides macaroni to eat?
I'm sorry. Would you please excuse me a moment?
Me too.
Me three.
Excuse us.
I wonder what they're up to.
I hope something interesting. I'm getting bored.
What's the matter?
The whole thing's a debacle. Without Helmut, we're ruined.
Excuse me, Baron. I think we can still pull this off.
Please, Marcus, I've had enough fantasy for one day.
Seriously, the guests didn't notice anything's wrong yet. Helmut's only real job was to lead them to Ben's body. You can do that. The rest of the plot still works.
I don't think...
Marcus is right, Daddy. We can't just throw in the towel.
And what can we lose?
All right. If we're going to have a catastrophe, we might as well make it a big one. Get everybody in position. Eat up, my friends. The tour of Helmut's castle is about to begin.
I can't believe it. Not a single person took any notice of my necklace.
What happened here?
Oh, who could have done this?
No idea. But everyone is gonna be very confused if we don't clean it up. Now.
So, you know how I was talking to you about Australia yesterday?
Yes, it sounds great. I'd love to see it someday.
Awesome. I just know that you and Australia will be a perfect fit. Now we can...
Ben, sorry, do you mind if we talk about this later? The guests will be here soon.
Absolutely. Right as usual. We'll definitely talk later.
Hello? Helmut? No wonder we couldn't find them. What are they doing down here? Mr. Zauer? Oh. Mr. Zauer, can you hear me?
Follow me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure we'll discover something intriguing very soon.
I think we just did.
What is it, Madame Mayor?
It looks like a blood stain.
No, it's nothing. You know, some people find castles extremely creepy, but personally, I love the tranquility. What was that?
Look, it's still fresh. This must be the clue. Come on, everybody. Let's see where this door leads.
Wait, that's not the way.
Follow me, detective. We have a case to solve.
Look, I wrote this script, for goodness sake. Don't you think I know what my own clues are?
What's in here?
Absolutely nothing. It's the kitchen. No one would ever commit a crime here.
What's that?
Is that Mr. Sauer?
Yes.
What happened to him?
Oh, look at all the blood. He has been murdered.
No, no! You've got it all wrong, Lady Mayors. He's not the victim.
Nonsense. How did he come to be here, girl?
I honestly don't know. I just walked in and found him like this.
Still warm. Seems like someone was about to start cooking.
It is the kitchen, you know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can we please?
That must be the killer. Quickly, detective. We might still catch him. Come on, everybody. Quickly, quickly.
Tell me he's not really dead. I want the pleasure of strangling him myself.
It's not his blood, but he is unconscious.
I'm going to have to change the whole story because of him.
You better follow them. I'll call an ambulance.
Tell them to send one for me as well.
Card red-handed.
Hello, everyone. Has anything happened?
We might ask you the same question.
Why don't you go first?
It's the host, Mr. Sauer. He has been murdered.
Mr. Sauer? You mean Ben?
No, it's Mr. Sauer who's been murdered. Definitely Mr. Sauer.
Mr. Sauer's dead?
As in really dead?
Yeah, that's right.
Detective, I think you should question these two. Immediately.
I don't understand. Why are they taking so long?
Something must have gone wrong. We should check it out.
Are you sure? Shouldn't we stick to the plan?
We can't just hang around here forever. The Baron might need us.
So, you say you were nowhere near Mr. Sauer when he died. And how do you explain the presence of the trophy?
I brought it in from Marcus's room.
Never mind about the trophy. Ask them about the suit of armor.
We were exploring the castle together and found it lying here.
Yes, something must have knocked it over. We're not sure what.
I see. And Lily, you seem to have lost your necklace.
What's that got to do with anything?
Yes. Ask her about the sword.
The sword means nothing. It's a red herring.
Red herring. It got bloodstains on it.
Uh-oh. Looks like they need a dead body. And quickly.
What's going on here?
Mr. Sauer was found murdered.
Mr. Sauer?
What on earth is the tennis boy doing?
Yes, why is he bleeding and falling over?
We had an accident during one of his hypnotherapy sessions and we're looking for a bandage.
Right.
What's any of this got to do with Mr. Sauer?
No idea. We haven't seen him since before dinner. He was complaining about being hungry.
Speaking of which, would anybody care for dessert?
Is that it then? Shouldn't we get some more clues?
More clues?
There aren't any more clues. You'll just have to work it out based on what you've already seen.
Very well, then. Lead the way, young lady. I usually pride myself on working these things out, but I'm stumped this time.
Well, it is a somewhat tricky plot. I agree.
Then you have to enlighten us. Who is the murderer?
You want me to explain?
Well, you are the detective.
If you want my opinion, I don't think there was a murder.
You don't?
What do you think, darling? Tell us.
It seems to me that our host wanted to have a pre-dinner snack.
Excuse me? I have to deliver this to the kitchen.
Leave it with me, my boy. I'll take it personally.
Then, on his way to the kitchen, he got himself lost.
Delicious.
When he got to the kitchen, Helmut found that all the knives were locked away.
Come on, come on!
But Helmut was not to be beaten. Soon enough, he found something that would do the job. What brought him undone, however, was his lust to eat. So keen was he to start cooking that he didn't watch where he was going. That's my theory, anyway.
Brilliant! You solved the mystery.
We didn't think anyone would get it. Daddy was working on the plot for weeks. Weren't you, Daddy?
I was? Yes. Yes, I was. Congratulations, Ernst. Well done, indeed.
Clever man. I knew you'd get one eventually.
Simple process of deduction, really.
Oh, it was a marvelous night.
I'm very glad you enjoyed it. So, thank you so much for coming.
You know, in the end, I actually think the story worked.
Maybe, but our first mystery night will hopefully be our last.
Excuse me.
How is he?
Still a bit groggy, but no major damage.
Hungry. Worry not, Helmut. The hospitals these days have wonderful cuisine, even for a man of your appetite.
A whole year in Australia?
I've got it all worked out. You can come and live with me and Sam, and
Ben.
we can arrange a student exchange swap. I don't know who, some poor sucker.
Ben, it's a great idea, Ben, but I can't.
You can't?
When school goes back, I've got 6 months of work experience at an engineering firm.
Engineering?
It's my dream to become a construction engineer.
That's your dream? Really?
Thank you for asking me, though.
How was I to know that Sophie would have a dream of her own? I never had a clue. Don't think I'm giving up that easy, though. I still have 2 months to change your mind. A guy can dream, can't he?
Ever heard of peer group pressure? Well, here comes a guy who doesn't feel it one bit. Marcus just does his own thing, no matter what other people think. I guess that's one of the reasons why I like him. Although, I have to admit, sometimes even I find his interests are a bit, well, weird.
Voila! What do you think?
I'm speechless.
That's a first.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
It's Roman, over 2,000 years old. Can you believe that?
You're not going to spend it, are you?
Not all at once. It's my father's fault. He started me off by giving me his collection. Now I'm totally hooked. I don't know why. I just love collecting them.
Well, if it gives you a blast, then go for it, I say.
Well, maybe I'm psycho or something.
You're definitely not psycho. I'm the last person who should rubbish anyone about collecting. Yours truly is one of the world's great serial hoarders.
Where do you want these?
Anywhere's fine. Ah, not there!
Sam! I thought you were getting rid of these.
I will.
When?
One day. Soon. Eventually. Mum and I both know I'll never throw any of my stuffed toys away. I'm just too attached to them. Ben's even worse.
I still ride them.
All of them?
Every one. Sometimes all at the same time.
Most of them would sink. There's just too much stuff.
Not that Dad can talk. He's got more books than all the state libraries combined. But just even think about a clear out, and he's on the warpath.
And my crime novels. No, you can't throw these out. I'm still reading them.
They've been gathering dust on the shelves for years.
So, I'm a slow reader.
Poor Mum. I'd feel really sorry for her, except for one thing. She spent years putting together the most useless collection of all time.
What could possibly be of interest about electric jugs? Half of them don't even work.
They don't need to. They're beautiful. This collection's going to be worth a lot of money one day. Just you wait and see. Huh?
So when I think about the weird collections my family have, Marcus's coins seem normal. Well, almost.
I'm thinking that maybe when my collection is big enough, I'll donate it to a museum or something.
That's very public-spirited of you.
Not yet, though. I plan to have a lot more fun with them first.
How do you have fun with coins, apart from spending them?
Did you see her?
Who?
That woman down there. Honestly, some people have no respect. I'm sorry, but this area isn't open to public access.
Oh, Miss von Hasenburg, Dr. Margaret Wolfe from the National Heritage Authority.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Doctor, but we get all sorts of oddballs sticking their noses where they shouldn't. Not that you're an oddball, of course. How may I help you?
You have a serious problem, I'm afraid.
Oh, you mean the leaking roof? We've got plans for that.
It's not the roof.
The floorboards in the library. We'll be replacing those soon.
It's not the floorboards either. I must speak with the Baron immediately.
Inauthentic? Who says this tower is inauthentic?
I'm afraid I do, Baron.
On what basis?
The outer stonework on the upper section isn't in keeping with the body of the castle.
Of course it isn't. The tower was bombarded by the Swedes in the 30 Years' War.
Nevertheless,
I can't be held responsible for the ravages of history. 50 years ago, my father went to enormous trouble to restore this tower. I thought the Heritage Authority would be grateful.
with respect to your father, the outer stonework must be completely rebuilt in its original form. By experts this time.
Rebuilding will cost a fortune.
Otherwise, the castle will lose its heritage classification.
I don't believe this. And just when are we supposed to do this rebuilding?
We expect that work should start immediately.
Impossible! Impossible! We just can't afford it.
But we can't afford to lose heritage classification either, Daddy. Tourists are our only income.
So we lose a fortune if we rebuild, and we lose a fortune if we don't. It's madness.
Excuse me, Baron. You have guests.
Not now, Marcus. Send them away.
I'm afraid these guests won't go away.
Tell them I'm feeling unwell, very unwell.
It's your cousin Herman and his wife.
Why are they here?
They've smelled blood. You can count on it.
This is a most terrible development, Philip.
Terrible. Terrible. We came as soon as we heard the news.
How did you hear? The inspector's only just left.
Dr. Wolf contacted us. We're on very good terms with authority. Herman makes him a large donation every year.
It was me, you see, who asked them to inspect the tower.
You? You asked them?
Why on earth would you do that?
I've always suspected the tower is not what it should be. Obviously, I was right.
I'm shocked, Herman. We're supposed to be a family.
A family which must do the right thing and restore the castle to its authentic state.
Herman has a strong sense of justice.
He hides it so well.
What's going on down there?
I don't know. It doesn't look very pretty.
Yeah, if Herman's involved, you can bet it's about money.
Why is it that scumbags like him have the big bucks? Why can't nice people have money?
Nice people, like you and me.
That'd be a start.
It's a law of nature. The nicer you are, the less money you have.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. Otherwise, I'd be the richest person in the world, wouldn't I?
I understand your concerns, Philip, and I will pay the full cost of the restoration myself.
That's unusually generous of you, Herman.
Yeah, there's just one small condition.
2 small conditions.
Yeah, 2 small conditions. In return for funding the rebuilding, I think it only fair that ownership of the castle should pass to me.
What? As well as a position of head of the family.
Is that all?
That's all.
It's only fair.
I will... I need to think about this.
Of course. I expect an answer within the next 24 hours. Or my offer will lapse. We're staying in the Village Inn. Call us anytime.
Hi.
So, how much money do we need to raise?
Just hundreds of thousands of euros. Small change, really.
How many rich people do you know?
Not enough.
Could you sell some castle antiques?
Daddy would never agree. Besides, they wouldn't bring half of what we need.
There must be something we can do.
Whatever it is, we've only got till tomorrow night to think of it.
Okay, what trumps a restoration order? I mean, is there something more important than heritage?
What if we dig up a body from the cemetery, a really old body, and then rebury it under the tower? Then we could say the tower is on an ancient burial site.
That's not bad. Then no one could touch the tower in case the work damaged the tomb.
I don't want to dig up old bodies.
Even if it solves the problem?
It wouldn't. They'd carbon date the bones and prove it was a hoax.
It's just an idea. Does anyone have any better ones?
Thanks for trying anyway.
Let's sleep on it. A flash of inspiration always hits you when you least expect it.
Do you remember Ben's wacky idea?
Which wacky idea? Ben is full of wacky ideas.
Come on, I'll show you.
Okay, but I'm with Lily. If it involves digging up dead bodies, count me out.
It's simple. All we have to do is plant them in the ground around the tower.
So instead of dead bodies, we bury Roman coins. You really think that'll do it?
An ancient Roman site beats a 17th century tower anytime. They wouldn't let anyone touch it.
But your coins, they'll take them and you'll never get them back.
As I said, sooner or later, I was gonna give them to a museum anyway. Now it'll just be sooner rather than later.
But...
Sam, it's no contest. Will you help?
Okay, so it's dodgy, but you have to admire Marcus for making such a huge sacrifice. And if it means Lily and the Baron get to keep their castle, who am I to argue? Okay, I'm in.
Thanks. No one else must know about this, okay? Especially not Lily or the Baron. Put plenty of stuff over the top. We don't want it to look like it's been freshly dug, right?
Right. As we buried the coins, a seriously woozy feeling started to creep up on me. I mean, if anyone ever found out about this, Marcus and I would be toast. Serious toast. Marcus?
Yes?
What we're doing, it's illegal, isn't it?
I guess so.
Like, seriously illegal?
Okay, don't worry. If we get caught, and we won't, it's all my idea, okay? I'll take the blame.
That's not fair. You didn't force me to help you.
And just look at it this way. Sometimes you have to choose between the lesser of two evils.
I know. Okay, figured I said anything.
Thanks.
Let's just get this done, right?
Baron!
What's the matter? If that blasted heritage woman's here, tell her I'm out and won't be back till next year. Or better still, the year after.
Baron, we made an amazing discovery.
Thank you, Marcus, but I think rebuilding the tower will cost me much more than that.
These are Roman coins.
Ancient Roman coins.
Which we found buried near the tower.
What? My godfather, they look real.
They are real. I checked them in a catalog.
And you found these near the tower? This is incredible.
It is, isn't it?
We thought the National Heritage Authorities should hear about it right away.
Right away.
They should indeed. And they will.
Another.
"50 sesterces, reign of Emperor Tiberius. Extraordinary. You know what this may mean, don't you, Baron?
That, my dear doctor, is what I'm waiting with bated breath for you to tell us.
Does the Battle of Teutoburger Forest mean anything to you?
Oh, of course. Marcus?
It's where we, the Germanic tribes, led by Arminius, defeated the Romans, led by Varus.
Very good. The exact site of the battle has never been conclusively identified, but...
This definitely isn't Teutoburger Forest.
No, right. But these coins may indicate the presence of Roman forces fleeing their catastrophic defeat.
Amazing.
Amazing.
You do realize that no restoration work can now be carried out on this tower. Nothing must disturb this site.
Of course. Nothing whatsoever.
Another.
Oh. Daddy, shouldn't we share this wonderful news with Uncle Herman?
Oh, we most certainly should. He'll be over the moon.
5 minutes and 10 seconds. That must be a record trip from the village.
Herman, Kiki, how delighted to see you. What a great day for the von Hasenburgs. This discovery puts our castle firmly on the world's archaeological map.
And all this happened overnight.
Overnight.
We'd like to hear what proof you have that this find is authentic.
Ah, yes, authentic. That's a lovely word, isn't it? Ah, why not ask the expert herself?
Dr. Wolf.
Hello.
Are you absolutely sure that these coins are Roman and not just spare change dropped by some Italian tourists?
The coins are definitely ancient and a highly significant discovery.
Alas, Herman, the tower must now stay as it is.
And your wonderfully generous offer is no longer required.
Baron von Hasenburg, I must now inform you that the castle will need to be closed to the public for the duration of the archaeological excavation.
Closed? How closed?
You mean just the tower closed?
I mean, the entire castle must be closed while excavation is in progress.
How long will that take?
6 months, a year, possibly longer. It depends on what we find. I must get back.
But it's impossible! They bankrupt us!
Looks like we're back to square one, cousin.
I think poor Philip now needs us more than ever.
It seems so, my sweet. Fortunately, generosity is my weakness. My offer still stands. Do be kind enough to give me your answer before the day is out.
Have a lovely day, darlings.
Sam! You're not gonna believe this.
Somehow I think I am gonna believe this, and I don't think I'm gonna like it.
The Roman coins are yours?
I'm very, very sorry, Baron.
But why? How did this happen?
It's entirely my fault.
No, it isn't. We buried the coins together.
I'm really sorry, Baron.
So am I.
We just wanted to help.
I know this is really selfish, but right now, all I can think about is how Mom and Dad will react when they find out about this. They'll freak.
Sam, how could you do this to us?
We brought you up to tell the truth, always.
You've betrayed our trust.
Blackened our name.
I don't know what came over me. It must have been all the sausages and sauerkraut, the teenage hormones.
You leave us no choice. You are no longer our daughter.
You are no longer a member of this family, and you are to leave this house immediately.
Mom, Dad, please, you can't do this to me.
And we're donating your collection of stuffed animals to the orphans in Africa.
It seems you are right. The certificates match.
I apologize again, Dr. Wolfer.
Are we in serious trouble?
Sam has got nothing to do with it. I lost the coins.
I was with him when he lost the coins. If Marcus is going to jail, then I'm going to jail too.
Nobody's going to jail. I understand your motives were sincere, and fortunately, not too much time and effort has been wasted. Lucky for you. Of course, tower restoration will now be reinstated, Baron. I look forward to the rebuilding starting soon.
Herman?
I knew there was something fishy about those coins. It wouldn't surprise me if that boy planted them deliberately.
You're a harsh judge, cousin. Nevertheless, I see my duty is clear.
It's for the good of the family, Philip.
It's for the good of yourself, you mean?
Now, Lily, there's no need to get personal.
You'll still be able to visit us on occasion.
We'll give you a discount at the cafe.
And I'm certain you'll be excited by my interior decoration plans.
I can hardly wait.
A week will be plenty of time, will it not?
A week?
To vacate?
But that gives us no time at all.
I'm sure you'll manage.
Hey, what's up?
I've been given a week's notice.
That's crazy. You do a great job here.
They want to hire professional waiters. I don't think I'd want to stay even if they offered me a job. What about you and Sam?
We're gonna join our parents in Switzerland.
Switzerland's not that far away. Maybe we can still visit each other.
We're not staying there. Mum's coming back with us to Australia. You should seriously think about coming to Australia. I know you'd have a great time.
Ben, you know I can't.
Maybe I'll stay here then. I'll live in the forest. You can come visit me in my cave.
Doesn't sound like the basis of a healthy relationship.
It worked for Tarzan and Jane.
And you see yourself as Tarzan?
Probably not.
Good, because I'm definitely not Jane.
So, what will you do?
Go back to my hometown? You should visit there next time you're in Germany.
I don't think that'll be for a while.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
no color, no life. It's appalling. You'd think it's inhabited by monks or something. Unfortunately, we cannot touch the exterior because of some silly heritage regulations. But inside, we can really make some improvements. In here, I'm seeing rose red. Rose red and daffodil yellow. I'm very influenced by flowers this year. Oh, Lily, how nice to see you. Teenagers, what can one say? Of course, these ugly monstrosities will have to go. Get rid of that while you're about it. Oh, and this, of course. Oh, and get rid of those chandeliers, all of those out. And get rid of all of that. Out with the old and in with the new. And oh, I'm seeing a bright hibiscus orange in here. Get rid of that. That's outdated. We don't need that old stuff.
Fairy tales of the Brothers Grimm. Mummy used to read them to me when I was little.
I loved them. So scary.
Some of the tales originated in the Harz Mountains, not far from here.
Hello? Somebody? You know that moth-eaten tapestry at the top of the stairs?
What about it?
It's still there. If you don't want it, I'll send it to the dump with all the other rubbish.
We want it.
Then I suggest you remove it quickly. The garbage collectors are due any minute.
You finish the books. I'll go. Marcus, I need you to come to the tower. Now.
Sorry, Ben. Something's come up. No worries. I was staying here for a couple of days. I'll be fine. Hey, what's urgent?
Take a look.
Sorry?
A close look.
There.
You sure?
Absolutely. That's it.
Yes?
Baron, I think there's something you should see.
This is not my Roman coins, is it?
Dr. Wolf, what brings you back?
Hopefully something that's not yet another waste of my time.
It's Philip clutching at straws again. Have another coffee, darling.
You see?
I do. I do indeed.
The book dates the fresco to the late 17th century, long after the 30 Years' War.
Astounding.
No doubt you want your experts to authenticate it.
Of course, but I must say, it looks the genuine article. How wonderful.
If it is genuine, then that means any work on the tower is...
Absolutely impossible. We can't risk damage to the fresco.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all we needed to hear. Isn't it, Lily?
Sam, you're my hero.
Some people just don't handle rejection well at all. And I think you'd have to say cousins Herman and Kiki are among them. On the bright side, others suddenly have the spring back in their step.
Looks like you got your old job back.
And you're not going to Switzerland.
Shame about that. I fancied myself as a yodeler.
That'd be better than Tarzan.
Great work, partner. Looks like we saved the day.
You saved the day. The fresco was your discovery.
True.
Don't let it go to your head. Still, it was pretty amazing. Not many people would have scratched around the old plaster with their fingernails like that.
You're not saying I'm weird or anything, are you?
Maybe. As weird as a guy who collects old coins, anyway.
Sounds like we're a good match. expectations are funny things. Whenever I really want something, I deliberately expect it not to happen. That way, when it doesn't, I don't get disappointed. But if it does happen, then hey, it's the biggest rush of all time. Come on, guys. Where are you? Which is what makes right now more frustrating than ever. I mean, what's the point in having once in a million years news if you can't share it with the people who matter?
Bye, Mum.
Finally, I could have written a novel. I've been waiting so long.
Rubbish. You only just got here. I saw you through the window.
It's a matter of principle, Lucy. If I'm prepared to go out of my way to walk you to school, then you need to be here ready to go.
Excuse me, you have to walk past my place to get to school unless you go by South Africa. There is no other way.
Yeah, that is just geographical coincidence.
No, that's reality. You should check it out sometime. It's a real eye-opener. Sam wants us online. What? She says it's urgent.
Yeah, so is getting to school on time. Text her. We'll call her during recess. Lucy, where are you going?
Urgent is urgent. Sam wouldn't be saying it was if it wasn't.
Listen, if I'm late another day this term, I'll be on detention for a month.
So go to school then. I'll fill you in when I get there.
So tell me, is it unbelievable or unbelievable?
It's unbelievable.
They had over 200 entries and we've made it to the last 10. How good is that?
It's seriously awesome. The state finals. Wow.
So, what happens next?
Well, you fly to Germany next week to do a live gig where we nail it and progress to the national finals. Easy, huh?
I wish.
In our dreams.
I know, shame. But just getting this far is amazing, right? I mean, for a band that's only been together a year, I think we owe ourselves a serious pat on the back.
Of all the luck, we get into the finals of a big song comp, we can't even take part.
Yeah, but it's like Sam said, it's great that we got so far.
Maybe. Actually, no, in some ways, I wish Sam hadn't told us, because then I wouldn't be left wondering what if. Unless...
You don't seriously think.
Why not?
Jack, Germany is on the other side of the world, and there are a couple of minor considerations, like school, parents, a couple of grand's worth of airfares.
All of which are achievable.
All of which is impossible.
What? Wait, so you're very happy, are you, to let the greatest opportunity we have ever had just slide on by?
I'm not happy, I'm just being real.
So then be brave, too.
Jack!
Lucy, we've got to give it a shot. If we don't, we'll spend the rest of our lives kicking ourselves.
I hate it when you're right.
By the way, you'll have to come up with a name for the band for the finals.
Marcus, it's not an issue. We won't be performing, so why worry?
Is it really definite that Jack and Lucy can come?
Not a hope.
Pity. I think you guys would have a real chance.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Anyway, we're just stoked to have made it to the finals.
That's something, I guess. I better go. The Baron will think I deserted him.
Marcus, you must have put down some name when you entered us in the competition. What did you put?
TBA.
TBA?
To be announced.
Okay. Not the coolest name around, but very functional.
You should work on it. You'll need a name sooner or later.
Hey, Dad, you know how you always tell me to make the most of my opportunities? Well, a really great opportunity's just come up. Actually, it's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Please, Mum, I'll use the money from the checkout shop. That'll cover the fare.
But that's all you're saving.
What else am I going to use them for? To buy stuff I don't need? I'd much rather put the money into a trip like this.
Jack, we've had this conversation before. No more guitars. I mean, you've got 4 already. How many guitars can you play at once?
No, it's nothing like that. This is a lot bigger.
How big?
Huge.
Don't tell me. It's not a drum kit, is it?
Where will you stay? Who's going to look after you?
Won't be a problem. I'll stay with Sam and Ben and their relatives.
Have they got enough room?
Mum, it's a castle. They've got enough room to house a population of a small country.
What about living costs? Europe's an expensive place, you know.
It's only a week. I'll pack a bag full of baked beans.
Have you spoken to the school? What will they say?
The school will love it. I'll think it's a great idea.
Germany, you say?
Yes, sir.
A band competition?
Yes, sir. It'll be very educational, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. There's heaps of History in Germany.
History is seriously big over there.
Is that so?
And culture. Stacks of culture.
Mega culture, sir.
Yes, well, I suppose it can't do much harm.
Oh, I'm sure we'll benefit hugely, sir.
This is going to be a really positive experience for us.
It wasn't you I was thinking about. Has anyone warned the Germans that you're coming?
Oh my dog. You're kidding. You guys are actually coming? This is unbelievable. What if we win?
What do you mean, if we win?
When we win?
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. What do you think about brouhaha for a name?
Just
Lousy.
awful. Wow.
Yeah, go back to sleep, Sam. Bye.
Bye. How can I go back to sleep? A second ago, I was happy just to make the finals. Now we're actually doing the gig. This really is unbelievable.
And now, our competition winner.
No. Don't think about winning, Sam. Don't even think about it.
Where is Kazboristan anyway?
Oh, really, Lily? What do they teach you in school these days? Because Boristan is a small developing nation located somewhere between all those other countries ending in stan. I don't mind saying I'm a bit of a pathfinder, establishing trade links with the Kosboris, but fortune favors the bold.
You're convinced the firm you're dealing with is a reputable one, Baron?
I wouldn't be dealing with them if they weren't. Georgi, the trade delegate, was a charming fellow. Honest as the day is long, I could tell.
How?
Experience, Lily. Accumulated business acumen. Georgi personally guaranteed the quality of his brother's merchandise. Tourists will snap this up. We'll make a killing. Ha ha!
Nasenburg?
What?
They spelled our name wrongly. We're nose castles instead of hair castles.
Nasenburg? Well, this can't be right. Must be a one-off mistake.
Nose castle? Nose castle? Nose castle? Nose castle? How many of these did you order?
A few?
How few?
10,000 few?
10,000? What are we gonna do with 10,000 t-shirts saying nose castle?
Order's not lost. There are still the caps and the tea towels. I'm sure they'd be correct. Blast!
How much did we pay for all this?
I can't recall the exact figure, but it was a bargain.
How much, Daddy?
That's beside the point, Lily, because they're not getting away with it. Stop unloading! I'm returning the lot and demanding a complete refund. Marcus? So much for trying to help a poor country climb the economic ladder. I knew that Georgi fellow wasn't quite right. I should never have trusted him.
What about awesome threesome?
It stinks.
What about cool change?
That stinks too. Now, would you please stop multitasking and focus on collecting the wood?
All right, keep your shirt on. The band's name is Serious Business.
Yeah, so is growing old.
Who's growing old?
We are. At this rate, we'll still be stacking this wood pile when it's time for our funerals.
Oh, hold on. How about digital memory lapse?
That is the most boring name so far. Tell Jack and Lucy to go back to sleep.
All right, Mr. Smiley Face. I can't wait for Jack and Lucy to get here. It's gonna be such a buzz.
It's okay, fans. We're here. You can start screaming and clapping now. Lucy, hurry up.
I'm just letting Sam know we're at the airport.
So far, you've let her know we're awake. We're out the front door. We're in the car.
I'm sharing our excitement.
Oh, can I have the window seat?
We take turns, okay?
Deal.
Okay, which check-in is us?
There, it'll be on there.
Jack, please tell me this isn't happening.
Oh, it's happening.
All departing passengers are advised to make their way to their designated check-in
So
counters
sick.
to make alternative arrangements for their cancelled flights. Our staff will attend to you as quickly as possible.
How does a volcano in South America stop us flying from Australia to Germany? It's not fair.
Told you. Geography sucks.
Postponed? I knew it. I started looking forward to them coming, and I shouldn't have, because that's the very thing that'll cause them not to come. Okay, text them back and then start thinking that they're not coming, and then they will. I hope you're following all this.
Georgi, there is no way I will accept faulty merchandise. Either you take it back or I... Hello? Georgi? They won't get away with this.
Sounds like they just have.
Nonsense. I've dealt with crooked dealers before.
How will you deal with them? You don't even know where Katzborgistan is.
Yes, I do. It's in the east.
East of what?
In the east of... whatever's to the west of it.
Would you please tell me how much we've lost?
I'll make sure we get back every euro we paid.
And how much is that?
It's better you don't know.
Sam, okay to meet us at the new time?
Yep, all good.
Now we're gonna have to go through that again tomorrow.
Still better than not going at all.
That's about the only thing you can say for it.
Hey, what about Hot Lava as a bad name?
What, and be reminded of this every day of our lives? No.
It's just a thought.
Terrible, terrible thought.
It's 30,000 shirts, caps, and tea towels is a lot of shirts, caps, and tea towels.
Do you have to keep saying that?
That's the last one, Lily.
So, what happens now?
We lock the cellar and throw away the key. It's bad enough losing the money without people calling us nose castles as well. No one must ever see or hear about this.
What if we find some real von Nasenbergs? Maybe they'll buy the stuff.
I don't think there are any real von Nasenbergs.
Do we know that for sure?
It's not a name you forget.
I wish I could forget.
Okay, then what about nose castles that aren't in Germany? I'm thinking global here.
Ben's got a point about going global. What about listing on the internet?
Yes, great idea.
Are you serious?
It won't hurt just to list the stuff.
And speaking as an expert internet window shopper myself, I can say that there's much weirder stuff for sale than that. All merchandise in mint condition. Anything else?
At reluctant sale, and everything must go. Don't laugh. It shows we're serious.
Starting bid?
Full price. We can't afford to lose on the deal.
Which is... Wow, that is serious money.
The ash cloud from erupting Mount Titicaca continues to spread, resulting in air traffic chaos right across the southern hemisphere. International airline flights are expected.
How long have we got?
Well, if we're not in the air by tomorrow morning, we're not going to make it.
I mean, how long can volcanoes keep erupting?
No idea. I've never met any.
This is so unfair.
Bye. The volcano's won. Jack and Lucy can't make it.
I thought you said you were happy to get this far.
I was, but that was before they said they were coming.
There must be options.
Options?
There are always options. Well, nearly always.
For instance...
Like, can you do the gig solo?
No way, especially after what happened last time. Jack and Lucy would freak.
Okay, folks, problemo solverino.
Sorry, what did he say?
Don't know, but I'm not sure I want to find out either.
If you don't want me to save your skins, then that's okay with me. Hey, Sophie, the usual, please, miss.
Certainly, sir.
Okay, Ben, okay, I'm sorry I doubted you. What's your idea?
Masks.
Masks?
Me and Sophie wear masks and pretend to be Jack and Lucy. It's foolproof. You'd have to wear one too, of course, for consistency.
Nice try, Ben, thanks, but A, there's no way I could sing in this, and B...
It's what? Brilliant? The band is supposed to perform live, on stage, so we can do that. What do you think, Soph?
I think it's a very brave idea.
See?
But totally impossible to make work.
All we have to do is mime to a backing track.
Look, I appreciate the thought, Ben, really, but it's time to accept reality. I'm pulling us out of the competition.
Cheer up, Lewis. There'll be plenty more gigs. It's not the end of the world.
You're right. This is just a major personal setback. I'm sure I'll be over it by the time I hit 30.
At least there is one positive to come out of it.
Which is?
We don't have to worry about finding a name for the band.
And I apologize again for having to withdraw from the final at such late notice. Yours sincerely...
Sam, stop!
Sorry? What?
I found a loophole in the guidelines.
What kind of loophole?
There is no definition of live.
So?
So, there is a way open for you to be in the competition.
Jack! Wait, Jack!
What's up?
We're going to Germany after all.
Sure. How? By submarine?
Digitally. We're going there digitally.
What does that mean? They're gonna turn us into a cartoon. No.
So, you will perform live in Germany while Lucy and Jack perform live in Australia, with the video and the audio digitally connected.
How incredible is that?
And the station loves the international angle so much, they're organizing a mobile satellite van.
You're a genius! You know that.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it's kind of nice when you say it.
You're a genius.
How are you feeling about today?
I hope you're right.
Mind you, I have that feeling pretty much every day.
That's what worries me.
Ha. But last night, I was thinking, there's about 7 billion people on this planet, right?
And?
So, statistically, there's an excellent chance that somewhere in the world there are von Nasenbergs looking for monogram T-shirts, caps, and tea towels. Am I right, or am I right?
You're not right.
Not one single bid?
Not one single bit. Will you tell Lily or will I?
Not one single bid?
Not one. Did you contact the Ministry of Trade?
They said Georgi was invited to the lunch by mistake. He's from Kazakhstan, not Kosboristan.
So perhaps the Ministry of Trade would like to buy the T-shirts?
Sadly, no. They suggested I donate them to the Kosministan army.
Kosministan.
It's east of Kosboristan.
So what, their soldiers would wear them?
No, apparently T-shirts make good bedding for their camels.
How wonderful.
What song are we playing again?
Ha. Listen, I'm nervous enough already, right?
Don't panic. We can only fail.
Thanks. Makes me feel so much better.
Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, the stage is all set.
What are you doing? You can't wear those.
We need some kind of uniform. We're Sam's road crew.
Did anyone see you? Please wear those inside out at least.
Lily, it's okay. Nobody here knows where we're from. No way people will associate these with the von Hasenburgs.
1 minute and you're on, okay?
Okay.
Oh, the host needs to know the name of the band.
Oh, right. Our band.
So, what is it?
Can you just give me 5 seconds?
So, what do you guys call yourselves?
Sam.
No phones on set, people.
We're on.
Oh, he's not picking up. Somebody, I need a name for the band.
Oh, I've got it.
Quick.
What about Jalusa?
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. What do I do?
Ready for you. What's happening?
I need to get changed.
There's no time, you're on.
I can't go on looking like this.
Here, put this on.
Oh, no, not that. I can't.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
My life is over.
Quickly. That's weird. So you okay?
Yep.
Oh, the band name. It's okay, I've got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, all the way from Australia, Nasenburg.
What? What?
What?
I know, but it's too late to do anything, Daddy. By tomorrow, all of Germany will be laughing, loudly.
Somehow we managed to get through the song and a new band was born, Nasenberg. With a name like that, it was pretty certain we weren't destined to have a long shelf life. Then again, my expectations had been wrong before.
Look! The SMS files are coming through. And what was with this Nasenberg thing? Where did that come from?
Kind of a long story. Ooh, here come the results.
Lucy.
Can't believe it!
This means you're in the finals, you know!
Germany is still on! Nasenberg!
Nasenberg!
Selling 2,200 t-shirts, 50 hats, and 2 tea towels in 12 hours is a pretty good start.
What sort of band fans want souvenir tea towels?
Nice ones. Maybe they give them as presents to their uncles or aunties.
Only you could think of an answer like that, Sophie. But still, you all have to admit, wearing those t-shirts on TV was a stroke of genius. And whose idea was that?
Forgotten.
Forgotten?
Oh, come on, guys. Credit where it's due, eh?
We will change the name of the band, Lily. I promise.
Maybe I could get used to it. And if it keeps on selling these t-shirts, Daddy mightn't let you change.
Thank you, Minister. Yes, establishing trade with Cosmopolitan was a great challenge, but someone had to be the first. Of course, I'd be happy to pass on my contacts there. Charming fellows, the Cosmopolitan. They're from the East, you know.